Continuing our journey through the Bible stories, today we are going to talk about the story of the Noah's Ark. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on our videos. The narrative of Noah's Ark is more than an account of historical events. It is a profound testament to the enduring power of faith, obedience, and divine mercy. It serves as a reminder of the consequences of turning away from righteousness and the boundless grace that awaits those who remain faithful to their Creator. The world before the flood. In the ancient times, long before the Great Deluge, the world was a very different place. People lived in a land full of prosperity and abundance. Cities were thriving and cultures flourished. However, as humanity grew in number, so did their wickedness. Corruption, violence, and immorality spread like a plague across the earth, reaching an alarming scale. God, the creator of all things, observed the growing wickedness among humans with a heavy heart. The purity and innocence that once characterized his creation had vanished. Instead, he saw hatred, deceit, and evil in every corner. The beautiful world he had created was now tarnished by the sins of mankind. It was during this time of rampant wickedness that God decided to cleanse the world of its iniquity. He planned to send a flood that would wipe out all living creatures, sparing only those who remained righteous. Amidst this darkness, there was one man who stood out for his unwavering faith and obedience to God: Noah, the righteous man. Noah was a man of virtue, a beacon of light in a world engulfed by darkness. He lived with his wife, Naamah, and their three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, along with their wives. Noah was known for his righteousness and his close relationship with God. He walked with God and followed his commandments diligently, setting him apart from the corrupt generation around him. One day, as Noah was going about his daily chores, he felt a strong presence surrounding him. He looked around, and there, in the midst of his fields, stood an angel of the Lord. The angel's face radiated a divine glow, and his voice was filled with authority and compassion as he delivered God's message to Noah. Noah, the angel said, God has seen the wickedness of mankind, and he is grieved by their actions. The time has come for the world to be cleansed. God will send a great flood to destroy all living creatures, but you and your family have found favor in his eyes. You are to build an ark, a great vessel that will save you, your family, and pairs of every living creature from the floodwaters. Noah listened intently, his heart filled with awe and fear. The angel then provided detailed instructions on how to construct the ark, specifying its dimensions, materials, and design. The ark was to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. It was to have 3 levels, a door on the side, and a roof to protect it from the deluge. The construction of the ark. Noah, with unwavering faith, began the monumental task of building the ark. He and his family worked tirelessly day and night, gathering materials, cutting wood, and assembling the massive structure according to God's instructions. Their neighbors and townsfolk watched in disbelief, often mocking and ridiculing Noah for undertaking such a seemingly foolish project. Despite the jeers and taunts, Noah remained steadfast in his mission. He knew that God's word was true, and he trusted in the divine plan. He and his family labored for many years, driven by their faith in the promise of salvation. As the ark neared completion, Noah and his sons started gathering pairs of every kind of animal, bird, and creeping creature. It was a daunting task, but God guided them, ensuring that each pair made their way to the ark. The sight of animals converging on Noah's property was a spectacle that both amazed and frightened the onlookers. Yet Noah's faith never wavered, the gathering of the animals. As the ark stood tall and ready, the animals began to arrive. Lions and lambs, elephants and mice, eagles and doves, all marched towards the ark in pairs, guided by an unseen hand. The sight was both magnificent and surreal. Noah and his family carefully led each pair into the ark, ensuring they were settled in their designated places. The people of the surrounding areas were astounded by the spectacle. They had never seen such a gathering of creatures, nor could they comprehend the reason behind it. Despite their disbelief and mockery, some among them began to feel a sense of foreboding. sensing that perhaps Noah's warnings were not to be taken lightly. Noah, standing at the entrance of the ark, called out to the people one last time, urging them to repent and turn to God. But his pleas fell on deaf ears. The hearts of the people were hardened, and they continued in their wicked ways, scoffing at the idea of a coming flood. The beginning of the deluge. When the last animal had entered the ark and Noah's family was safely inside, God himself sealed the door. The sky, which had been clear and calm, began to darken. Ominous clouds gathered, and a sense of unease spread across the land. The first drops of rain fell, gently at first, but soon the heavens opened up, releasing torrents of water. The ground trembled as springs of water burst forth from the earth. It was as if the entire creation groaned under the weight of its iniquities. The floodwaters rose rapidly, swallowing the landscape, and the people, realizing too late the gravity of their folly, tried desperately to find refuge. Noah and his family huddled together inside the ark, listening to the deafening roar of the storm outside. The ark, built with divine guidance, floated atop the rising waters, a sanctuary amidst the chaos. For 40 days and 40 nights, the rain continued unabated, covering even the highest mountains. Life inside the ark. Inside the ark, Noah and his family faced a new set of challenges. Caring for the multitude of animals was no small task. Each member of the family had responsibilities, tending to the needs of the creatures, ensuring they were fed and comfortable. The air inside the ark was thick with the sounds of various animals, creating a symphony of life that was both chaotic and harmonious. Noah maintained a schedule, organizing the work among his family to ensure that everyone contributed to the upkeep of the ark. They prayed together, seeking strength and guidance from God. Despite the confinement and the overwhelming responsibility, their faith never faltered. They knew that they were part of a divine plan, a plan that would ultimately lead to a new beginning for humanity. The days turned into weeks and the weeks into months. Outside, the world had been transformed into a vast, endless sea. Noah often climbed to the upper deck, looking out at the expanse of water, reflecting on the enormity of God's judgment and the promise of his mercy. The waters recede. After 150 days, God remembered Noah and all the living creatures in the ark. He caused a wind to blow over the earth, and the waters began to recede. The rain stopped, and the springs of the deep were sealed. Slowly, the waters diminished, revealing the peaks of the mountains. The ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Noah and his family waited patiently as the waters continued to recede. After 40 days, Noah sent out a raven, which flew back and forth until the waters had dried up. He then sent out a dove to see if the waters had subsided from the ground. The dove returned, finding no place to rest. Noah waited another 7 days and sent the dove out again. This time, the dove returned with a freshly plucked olive leaf in its beak. Noah knew that the waters had receded and new life was beginning to emerge. He waited another 7 days and sent the dove out once more. And this time, it did not return. A new beginning. At God's command, Noah opened the door of the ark. He and his family, along with all the animals, stepped out onto dry land. The world they saw was vastly different from the one they had left behind. The landscape was cleansed, the air fresh, and a sense of renewal permeated the atmosphere. Noah built an altar to the Lord and offered sacrifices in gratitude for their salvation. God was pleased with Noah's offering and made a covenant with him, promising never to destroy the earth with a flood again. He set a rainbow in the sky as a sign of this everlasting covenant, a symbol of his mercy and faithfulness. "Be fruitful and multiply," God told Noah and his sons, "and fill the earth. The fear and dread of you will fall on all the beasts of the earth and all the birds of the sky, on every creature that moves along the ground, and on all the fish in the sea. They are given into your hands. Everything that lives and moves about will be food for you. Just as I gave you the green plants, I now give you everything." The legacy of Noah and his family began to rebuild their lives, planting crops and tending to their flocks. They became the progenitors of a new generation, carrying forward the lessons learned from the great flood. Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, spread out across the earth. establishing new nations and cultures. The story of Noah's Ark was passed down through generations, a testament to God's judgment and mercy. It became a powerful reminder of the importance of righteousness and obedience to God's commandments. The rainbow, seen after every storm, served as a symbol of hope and the enduring promise of God's faithfulness. Noah lived for many years after the flood, witnessing the growth and development of his descendants. He remained a figure of wisdom and faith, guiding his family and teaching them the ways of the Lord. His story, etched into the annals of history, continues to inspire and teach the values of faith, perseverance, and divine salvation. Noah's family and their new life. After the flood waters receded, Noah's family faced the immense task of rebuilding their lives from scratch. The land was fertile and ready for cultivation, providing them with the resources needed to start anew. Noah, along with his sons and their wives, set to work planting vineyards, fields, and orchards. Shem, Ham, and Japheth took on leadership roles within the family, each contributing their unique skills and talents to the community. Shem was known for his wisdom and spiritual insight, often guiding the family in matters of faith and morality. Ham, with his practical skills, excelled in building and crafting, while Japheth's keen understanding of the natural world made him an excellent farmer and caretaker of the animals. As the years passed, Noah's descendants grew in number and spread across the land. They established villages and towns, creating new societies rooted in the teachings and traditions passed down by Noah. The family thrived, and their bond remained strong, united by their shared experience and the covenant with God. The spread of Noah's descendants. Noah's 3 sons became the patriarchs of the new human race, each leading their own lineage that would eventually populate the earth. Shem's descendants became the Semitic peoples, known for their spiritual and cultural contributions to history. The line of Shem included many significant figures, such as Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who played pivotal roles in the development of monotheistic religions. Ham's descendants spread to Africa and parts of the Middle East, becoming the forefathers of various ancient civilizations. The stories of Egypt, Canaan, and Cush are intertwined with the legacy of Ham's lineage, each contributing to the rich tapestry of human history. Japheth's descendants migrated to Europe and Asia, establishing numerous tribes and nations. They played a crucial role in the development of diverse cultures, languages, and traditions. The Indo-European family of languages can trace its roots back to Japheth's lineage, illustrating the profound impact of his descendants on the world. The lessons of Noah's Ark. The story of Noah's Ark is more than just a tale of survival. It is a profound narrative filled with lessons that resonate through the ages. It teaches us about the consequences of wickedness and the importance of living a righteous life. It shows us the power of faith and obedience, and how they can lead to salvation even in the face of overwhelming adversity. Noah's unwavering trust in God's word, despite the ridicule and disbelief of those around him, is a testament to the strength of true faith. His dedication to building the ark, caring for the animals, and leading his family through the flood reflects the virtues of perseverance and responsibility. The story also highlights the themes of renewal and hope. The flood, while a devastating judgment, was also a means of cleansing the earth and starting anew. The rainbow, a symbol of God's covenant, reminds us that after every storm, there is the promise of a new beginning. In our own lives, we can draw inspiration from Noah's story. We are reminded to stay true to our values, to trust in a higher power, and to work diligently towards our goals, no matter how insurmountable they may seem. The legacy of Noah's Ark encourages us to build our own arks of faith and resilience, ready to weather the storms of life and emerge stronger on the other side. The enduring legacy. The story of Noah's Ark has been preserved and passed down through the ages, becoming a central narrative in the religious traditions of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. It is a story that transcends time and culture, resonating with people of all backgrounds. In Judaism, Noah is seen as a righteous man who walked with God, and his story is recounted during the reading of the Torah. The ark and the flood are symbolic of God's judgment and mercy, themes that are integral to the Jewish faith. In Christianity, Noah's story is seen as a precursor to the salvation brought by Jesus Christ. The ark is often viewed as a symbol of the church, a place of refuge and salvation amidst the storms of life. The covenant with Noah is seen as an early example of God's promise of redemption for humanity. In Islam, Noah, Nu in Arabic, is considered one of the prophets sent by Allah to guide humanity. His story is recounted in the Quran, emphasizing his patience, perseverance, and faith in God's plan. The flood is seen as a divine judgment against the wicked, and Noah's obedience serves as a model for believers. The story of Noah's Ark continues to captivate and inspire people today. Its themes of faith, obedience, and renewal are as relevant now as they were thousands of years ago. In a world facing challenges such as environmental degradation, social injustice, and moral decay, the lessons of Noah's Ark offer hope and guidance. Environmentalists often draw parallels between the flood narrative and the modern-day challenges of climate change and environmental destruction. The story serves as a reminder of the need to care for our planet and live in harmony with nature, respecting the delicate balance of creation. The story of Noah's Ark also underscores the importance of family, community, and working together towards a common goal. Noah's family's unity and cooperation in building the ark and caring for the animals are examples of how collective effort and mutual support can lead to success and survival. The ark itself is rich with symbolism. It represents a place of refuge and safety, a sanctuary where life is preserved and nurtured. In many ways, the ark can be seen as a metaphor for our own spiritual journey. Just as Noah and his family found refuge in the ark, we too can find solace and protection in our faith and in the communities we build around it. The construction of the ark, with its precise dimensions and design, symbolizes the importance of following divine guidance and living according to God's plan. It reminds us that when we build our lives on a foundation of faith, we create a strong and resilient structure that can withstand the storms of life. The animals in the ark, representing the diversity of God's creation, highlight the interconnectedness of all life. They remind us of our responsibility to care for and protect the natural world, recognizing that every living creature has a place and a purpose in God's design. As we reflect on the story of Noah's Ark, it is important to consider how its lessons can be applied to our own lives. The narrative challenges us to examine our values, our actions, and our relationship with the divine. Noah's faith and obedience remind us of the importance of staying true to our beliefs, even when faced with doubt and opposition. His perseverance in building the ark and caring for the animals encourages us to remain dedicated to our goals and responsibilities, no matter how daunting they may seem. The story also invites us to think about the ways in which we care for our planet and each other. It calls us to be stewards of creation, to protect the environment, and to nurture the diversity of life that surrounds us. It encourages us to build strong, supportive communities that can provide refuge and strength in times of need. Always remember, you are unique and special to God. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon to get notified whenever we post new videos. Share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay blessed and keep seeking the truth.